To kick off, here's Ryan Stonehouse. And away we go in Glendale. This taken from the 12. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So here are the Cardinals now, headed out for their first drive. And they'll be led out by someone that we'll get a look at here, this second-year passer.
Two numbers that a lot of people were focused on from his performance last week. That would be 3 and 0, as in touchdowns and interceptions. That's a quarterback who was efficient, aggressive in the right spots, but he took great care of the football. And, of course, well, he cares less about those two numbers. He's more about the alphabet, like that letter W, picking up the win in that ball game.
First play is to the air. Snared by the running back. Here's Trey Benson. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him. Turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
Dumped off to his running back. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was first down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
On the ground, this is Trey Benson. And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. We'll pause now for an injured player, and it looks like he's worse for wear after handling that last carry. Commanders with an extra DB out there to defend this third down.
Ready.
Setting up a throw. He's throwing deep to the left side. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete.
You know, ball skills are not just a selling point for receivers entering the draft. Teams want defenders, especially in this day and age of the passing game, who can make plays on the ball, too, especially on these deeper throws. He doesn't swat that one away. We could be looking at a huge gain.
That hits at the 9, but nobody around to grab it. It carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. So now the Commanders will get their turn at an opening drive of the game. They'll be led out by an elite runner, one of the game's top dual-threat young quarterbacks. He was taken second in 2024, Jaden Daniels.
While we all love to talk about the quarterback, he really wasn't at the forefront of their win last week, Kate. Kind of took a step back and let some of his teammates shine. Yeah, he made a good mark with a touchdown pass, a bad mark with an interception. Welcome to life in the NFL as a quarterback. You know he wants to make a little more noise, elevate everybody else a little better than he did a week ago.
It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
We know how hard explosive plays can be in the NFL, and so often they come via the air. What a great help for the offense to find an explosive play on the ground. Well done.
And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
Daniels on first down. This one falls incomplete. Now is Terry McLaurin on the target. And it sets up second down.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Second down and 10. Daniels. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Daniels throwing on third. Couple defenders there, and they're going to intercept it. Jalen Thompson makes the play. Not the auspicious debut they'd certainly hoped for on that opening drive. The coverage, impressive, taking their first possession away with that interception.
Hey, it is tough to play a clean game in this league. Caliber defenders are awesome. You just hope that eventual missteps happen at a less meaningful moment than your opening series. You don't want to make it any harder to get your rhythm and get your passing game going.
And he takes it up and across midfield to Commanders territory. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
He can run it, and he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
New set of downs for him at the 38. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he runs this one down across the 35 and inside the 30. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Back-to-back carries here. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
They'll come up 1st and 10. Another carry for him. Gets to space right side. And he is all the way ahead to the 13-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And it'll be first down, Arizona.
You call that first down running play. You don't always expect to get those kind of yards. But they'll take that every single time.
First down, and they go right back to it. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. This time it's a passing play. This one is hit by a defender and winds up incomplete. That one doesn't make it beyond the line. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
Oh, look at those savvy linebackers. They're just right in the middle of everything, aren't they, Kate? And it seems like at times they are the quickest reactions as well. He needed a quick one right there to get a finger on the throw and change its direction.
And he's going to get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. The Cardinals pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Little able to connect on the point after. And the Cardinals will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Cardinals kicking team out, and they'll put a charge into this one. He fields it from the 8. He's got a lane up past the 30. And a good return here as he gets it out past the 35. Commanders starting out in a good spot this drive as they get set. 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Into traffic, complete. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Jack Gibbons in on the tackle. All right, here we go, 2nd down. From the 41. Finds his target, Robinson. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident a screen would get them enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
And the first down pass sent away by a defender, incomplete.
And you ask a lot of your defenders on that field. It is not easy to play defense in today's NFL. Not only stay in their assignment's hip pocket, but to make plays on the ball as it arrives. He was challenged with an intermediate throw, and he swatted it away with ease.
And his drive forward halted after a couple of yards. Jack Gibbons in on the tackle. Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8. Shotgun snap to Daniels. That one gonna go against the D.
Pass interference. Defense.
He got too aggressive to try and stop that play, and they tag him for pass interference. So the drive continues after that pass interference call. We've got 1st and 10. Daniels from the pistol. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
Trying again following the sack. Connects on one to Jamison Williams. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains. And we will not get... Time now for the 2nd quarter. Commanders in possession. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. And he's brought down after getting this to the 17 into the red zone. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on 2nd down.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the gun, here's Akers. And he got what he could there, only to the 14. It's a pickup of 3. They're going to need 3 more now on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Daniels. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9. 4 yards on the play, and that picks up a 1st and goal.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Here's Robinson. And he's able to fight this down to the 2. It's a gain of 7, and that brings up 2nd and goal.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
And he's in for the Washington touchdown. The Commanders start to fight back with their 1st points of this game. Dicker's extra point is up and good. And the Commanders tie this game 7-7. Stonehouse now to kick this one away. Here's Carter on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. The Cardinals in possession of it once again. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
And he's going to be brought down at the 42. That play good for 17 and a 1st down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Short pass brought in. And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the 1st down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
To the air now on 1st and 10. Able to hit Ryman, complete. And he'll be brought down at about the 29.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
They're going play action. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
Pretty even match in this first half, and you're just kind of waiting. Right, you just kind of try to get a feel for which defense is going to come to life. And when you get that sack, that could go a long way to infusing some energy on that side of the ball.
Here we go.
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. He'll look to throw. Gets it to him on the screen. And they take him down right along the 30.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow. A dependable kicker, man, that is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
Returns looking good so far. The return manages to get just beyond the 30. Washington ready to go on offense as they take the field. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. They've got first down from the 31. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets a good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
On second down, Robinson. And he's taken down after a short rush at about the 36. They pick up 1 on the run. Need more, though. That takes him to 3rd and 5. From the gun, it's Daniels. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Here's someone from a family of punters, Ryan Stonehouse, on to punt on 4th. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. That punt goes 63 yards. And the Cardinals will have to start from deep within their own territory. On first down, they'll run. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Former first-rounder Devin Bush making the play. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. That brings us to the 2-minute warning at Glendale. It's the Cardinals who have it, 2nd and 9. They'll throw it. Finds his target, Ryman. And he'll be brought down along the 25-yard line. And for the Commanders, a 5th defensive back out there. They're going nickel on 3rd down. Completed to his running back. And as this play goes out of bounds, all eyes turn to that flag on the field. Offense liked how that play went, so they choose to decline the penalty. They've got first down from the 31.
Let's go now.
Back to throw. Hits his running back. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Emmanuel Forbes in on the tackle.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. In the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
2nd and 4. They'll get it to Brandon Ayuk. It's a gain of 12 there. And that's a Cardinals first down. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Gets himself... Ooh, can't avoid that one, and they take him down. And the hits just keep coming for them on this play, it seems. Elsewhere on the field, they've got a player hurt and in need of some attention. So not an enviable spot here as they come up on third and very long.
Go.
They'll try and pick this up on the ground. Big play, pushes them beyond midfield. And he's finally stopped across midfield at the 47. The Commanders take a timeout. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. J.K. Scott on to punt. And he wants to hit his second effort just as well as he hit his first. And this will fly out of bounds to deny a return. They're going to mark it a little before the 20. The Commanders and Brian Robinson Jr. running back on now. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. To throw, Daniels. Finds a seam down the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. 1st and 10 now. Here's Daniels. Hits him on the out route. And he's able to cross midfield before going out.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
From just shy of midfield on 2nd down. He puts some air under a deep throw. He's got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Washington. That type of play right there, Brock. Who do you credit more? You crediting him for making the catch or the quarterback for putting just the right touch on that football?
Are you asking me the quarterback or me the analyst?
The unbiased observer of football.
Sure. Well, the quarterback's going to say that's all me. That's a beautiful arc. Don't you love that touch? The receiver's going to say, yeah, but I'm the one who brought it down for you. The answer is it's both, and that was awesome.
Evans now to return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on 1st down. Drops to a knee, and that pesky final second runs off. So we're to the end of our 1st half. Now that brings us to the midway point of this one. And with no halftime report this week, it seems, we're going to get right back to the field for the start of quarter number 3. Cardinals kicking team out, and they'll put a charge into this one. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. He's stopped on the return at the 27. Out comes the offense for Washington to begin the 3rd quarter. And they really leaned on that passing game in the 1st half, Brock. Let's see if that emphasis continues to start the 3rd. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Here's Robinson up the middle. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
You spring a big gain like that, Kate, on the interior. 9 times out of 10, that O-line decisively won their matchup with the big fellas up front. They got those pads down. They created leverage, and they opened up that running lane.
And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
You know, that's a good run right there to keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Shotgun handoff to Akers. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
I think with that call, they were trying to set him up with a short 3rd down run, but he said, nope, not on my watch. I'll just go get it all right here. Now, playbook's wide open for 1st and 10.
On first down, here's Daniels. No luck on the connection. It's incomplete.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
On 2nd and 10 now, Daniels. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete. He can't hang on to the pass. So they're left facing 3rd and long. Throwing now, Daniels. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Cardinals will take over as he records his first interception of our season. They worked hard to have the halftime lead, Brock, but now that defense working hard to take it away. Not
wasting any time, are they? You know, they love to say about baseball, Kate, baseball's a game of adjustments. So is the NFL, and especially in the second half. You have all that data from the first half. You want to take it all in, and defensively you want to adjust exactly what they did to take the ball away there to begin the second.
Here's 2nd and 11. Right in there to haul it in. And he'll get it up to the 44. Following that completion, remember the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. 3rd and 6 for them to figure out now.
Come on, set.
He's going to throw this one. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. They get 13 on the pickup. And it'll be first down, Arizona.
Go.
Pass play coming here. Into the hands of Michael Wilson. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped.
You know, I'm really not sure if that was an intentionally brave play to challenge double coverage or just simply not seeing the two defenders. Either way, what a tremendous throw and catch that earns some momentum.
From the 33 on 2nd down. Toward the sideline and cut by Wilson. And he's got it inside the 15 before going out. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And that's a Cardinals first down. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And they bring him down pretty quickly at the 10. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
The give here on 2nd. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Here he is on 3rd and long. Flushed out of the pocket. And he's going to score. It's an Arizona touchdown. The Cardinals grab the lead on their first series of the half. Little tacks on the extra point. And the Cardinals push their lead to 3. The Cardinals kicking team out, and they'll put a charge into this one. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Commanders and QB Jaden Daniels headed out for their next look on offense. And as we can see here, it hasn't been the easiest game for him to operate out there, right? Number of rough moments for him. This defense able to pick him off twice to highlight their performance against him. First and 10, around to Robinson. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7. From the 31. Got Sinnott. It's complete. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And that'll be good for a Washington first. Robinson on the inside give. And he gets this beyond the midfield stripe and onto the Cardinals side of the field. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. He's been a fixture for them all game, and all signs indicate, Brock, he's going to remain one in the time we've got left.
Yeah, they've leaned on him in certain spots, and he has shouldered the load oh so well. Put together a game that everyone's happy with.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Daniels from the pistol. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
You know, when we watch Combine each and every single year, I hope you get good enough to understand as a football fan, watch the big guys' first 10 yards. Don't watch the ends and the linemen run 40. Watch their first 10, because that's the most critical. And that defensive end showed you right there the kind of explosive burst in the first few yards to get home for the big sack.
No connection on the last play, and out 3rd down. Daniels now. Setting up the screen. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the first.
I'm a big fan of the screen pass. Really, you can run a screen as they just showed on any play. 1st, 2nd, 3rd down, sometimes even 4th. But it takes great acumen, a great football IQ defensively to have an awareness that's coming, and then more importantly, to stop it.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that will tie things up in the 3rd. Stonehouse now to kick this one away. Returning it from the 4. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Arizona offense ready to get things going again. Now trying to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended, Brock, in a touchdown. Lone back gets the handoff. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's an 8-yard pickup, then they're going to have 2nd and 2 next. Trying the right side. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Give him 2 yards on the run, and that leaves them just inches short for 3rd down. Battle coming up on 3rd and inches. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he's brought down for a loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Back to the well again. And again, they'll get there to meet him at the line and take him down.
Big man up front said, not in my house. Let me tell you, Kate, once you're in the grasp of one of those big old fellas on the D-line, you're done. They would say it on the East Coast like this, it's over. Over.
And this is going to be incomplete. Great looking catch, but he lost track of that sideline and went out of bounds. We've got 4th down. The Cardinals out for the punt. And he's brought down before the return gets far. 58 yards on the punt there. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go. Viking in team.
Shotgun snap to Daniels. This is hauled in by McLaurin. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And the Commanders will have a 1st. New set of downs for him at the 38. Handoff for Robinson, running right. And he runs into a wall there. Multiple defenders ready to stop him cold at the line. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Out of the gun, Daniels. Completes this one to Otten. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
I'm sure coach, the play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Daniels on 1st down. Oh no, they get him yet again. Jalen Thompson makes the play. And he makes the let's go. It's a touchdown on the pick 6. That play, Brock, that play was beautiful. Not just making the interception, but then seeing the return slowly come together in front of him as he took it all the way to the house.
Yeah, I think even for us up here in the booth, it looked like a scene out of a movie, didn't it? Starts running it back, scans the field for a lane, then the blocks come just in the nick of time to wipe out the would-be tacklers, and he's got open space and
Personal
nothing but the
foul.
end zone in front of
Roughing
him.
the kicker. Defense.
So they tag him for roughing the kicker, and now this kickoff's going to come from the 50. Let's see if they loft in and try to stick him deep. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. The Commanders set to take over. And he's been the victim of 3 interceptions already in this game. First and 10 now from the 30.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Go.
Daniels coming back after that pick. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. They just did.
It's a pickup of 11, and that'll be good for a Washington 1st.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Here's Robinson, and they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
Positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that first down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Third down give to Robinson. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Only need the length of the football. It's 4th and inches. Looking to throw. It's taken in by Sinnott. Still has some space inside the 35. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. It appears all that prep work and studying that you quarterbacks love to do in the build-up to the game, Brock, it has certainly paid off. This guy has picked apart this defense much of the contest.
This is one of those games you appreciate. There's going to be peaks, there's going to be valleys, there's going to be mountaintops. Just like pitchers don't have all their stuff every time out, well, when you do and you're electric, it's sure fun to play.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the gun, it's Daniels. Throw complete to Sinnott. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. They gain 14 on the play. And the Commanders will have a first.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
And he will score. It's a Washington touchdown. The Commanders now trailed by just a point in the 4th. Terry McLaurin with the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. That one splits the uprights. And the Commanders tie this game up. Stonehouse now to kick this one away. Here's Carter on the return. Go. He lost the football. And they steal it back on the return.
These guys are flying down the field. Reminds me of the guys in Braveheart. But different than Braveheart, these guys got 2 things on their mind. Number 1, get the returner down. And number 2, try to separate the ball if they can. It's rare that it happens, but boy, is it big when it does.
And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4. It's the 2-minute warning from Glendale. Commanders in range for a game-winning score. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Staying with Robinson. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Another carry for Robinson. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense.
Illegal blocking the ball. Offense.
A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. Running it after the penalty. That's a big hole left. And he's finally hauled down at the 12. That's 8 yards on that run, and now it's 2nd down. They'll run with Robinson. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9. The Cardinals deciding to use the first of their 3 timeouts. They're all set up for the game winner. Let's see how they approach it, starting with this 1st and goal. From the gun, here's Akers. And they'll make this stop after a small push to the 5. Arizona goes ahead and calls its second timeout, as they'll meet and decide what to do on this second down. This is Robinson. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. The Cardinals are going to use the last of their timeouts. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. Buckle up, it's 3rd and goal. Robinson, and he's in for the touchdown. The Commanders have taken the lead late. So how about the determination there? This game has been as hard fought as you will see. But they grab hold of the lead here with a late touchdown that may just win them the ball game.
You could almost feel them saying, Kate, we don't want overtime. Let's go out and get it done now. They accomplished their goal, but you do have to ask the question, do they leave too much time on the clock? Stay tuned.
Stonehouse now to kick this one away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all. So they're going to give them a drive starting at the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Back to throw. That finds Ayuk complete. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. Setting up to pass. He's got Harrison. Here we go, 3rd and less than a yard.
Let's go.
Looking to throw it. Trying to push it deep downfield. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, well, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
3rd down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. Throwing now. He finds it beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Cardinals in the hurry-up now, racing the clock as they work to get set. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
And this is why Scott's talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Here he is to throw. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. Then brings up 3rd down.
Let's go now.
To throw. Need this to force overtime. And this will not be caught, so their last chance heave to the end zone ends up on the ground. This game's over. So it's a win on the road for the Commanders. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense